Okay.
Are we
All right,
ready?
Yeah.
We've started.
We've started. This is it.
What intro?
Hello.
Yeah, welcome to the sound check, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait, we leave it in. God's sake.
We're going to, aren't we?
I don't know. We could.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Behind the
A
scenes.
little
Alright,
behind the
so-
scenes
Hello,
snippet.
everyone, and welcome into the FG Cast, the official Frantic Gaming podcast. How
Point of order.
exciting! Point of order.
Is
Point
it
of
cast
order.
or cast?
See, I pronounce things cast.
what?
There's an accent difference here because
Yeah,
you
what's
guys are
that?
from the north. Well,
North. Well, I'm from the
I'm going
Midlands. I
in
can
the-
go either way. I literally
Yeah.
sit on
In
the
the-
fence.
Bath.
Bath.
I was born on the fence.
Would you actually say Bath,
Never.
both of you?
Yeah, I'd say Bath. We're going in the Bath.
I typically say Bath. That's true.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, Spanner,
not
because you
weird.
sit on the Hey, hang on a minute. We don't need to.
I
attack
probably
people
lean
like this.
slightly more northern because
Oh no!
people
Because.
think you're less pretentious.
That is so true. It's so
Hot
true.
take.
That is
Pretend to
very
be northern.
true.
People will treat you better.
Oh, that's so sad. Oh my god. Well,
Unless they're really up themselves, but then I can just slip into saying bath and grass and garage.
Bath.
oh,
Oh,
garage. No, I still
Ew.
say garage.
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 Interesting.
That's. I
that's
think
pretty
that's
weird,
just
that.
an English thing. Garage, and American is garage.
Or if you go too far up north, you can start saying things like hoose.
Who's a boot?
Who's in the tune?
Yeah.
Who's in the tune?
Right, now we've offended
Exactly.
every member of the
That's
audience.
Newcastle.
That is from
Well, that's the
England.
UK sorted.
Lovely.
Right.
No one's
good.
tried to do Glasgow yet. I don't suggest you do.
No.
Oh, we
Um,
met someone from Glasgow in a game.
we did.
Could you understand anything they
We
were
did
saying?
not know what they were
No.
saying.
It was so bad. So we were playing Valorant the other day and we did like an unrated match or something. Or maybe it was comp.
Yeah.
And there was this guy from Glasgow and oh my gosh. Normally I'm quite good at understanding Scottish accents, but this was thick. And poor
No.
Cards had no idea. Cards are Swiss friend.
Go on,
Switzerlandish, I was going to say.
Switzerlandish.
Switzerlandish friend had absolutely no clue what this person was saying. It was
Yeah.
insane.
It was
Yeah,
difficult.
Mhm.
If
Glasgow, like thick Glaswegian is probably, I would say, the most difficult accent in the UK to
Yeah.
comprehend.
No,
if you're
not
for
from there. but-
sure.
he wasn't from Glasgow, but he said that he wouldn't say the town he was from because it was awful or something, and that Glasgow was way better. But then I was like,
But Glasgow's
Is
shit too. That's what mate said. And he was like, yeah, anywhere in Scotland, really. Oh,
Gutted.
But yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, cast or cast, basically, for the FG. I'd say the
It's Frantic
FG
cast.
cast.
Fig cast.
Because I say podcast. I don't say.
Podcast.
No, wait, hang on. How do you guys say podcast? You don't say podcast.
Podcast.
You are
Podcast.
lying. You guys say
We're
podcast?
not- I'm not- Podcast.
Yeah, podcast.
I'm gonna watch a pod. Listen, okay, hang on. I'm gonna listen to a podcast. Podcast.
It
No?
doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I'm going to
Okay,
listen to a podcast.
it's whatever you
So-
want it to be, and
Well,
that's
okay, it'll
that.
just differ. Whoever's introing it, you can choose.
exactly. But
Welcome to the FG cast. Welcome to the FG
Welcome.
cast.
yes,
Cast.
it will just vary.
Welcome to the
Welcome
FG
to
cast.
the FG cast. Should
The
we do it
exits are
in
at the front, the rear, and the middle.
of the? Is this an aeroplane or a train you're doing?
Plane.
Plane. Have you
I
been
don't
on
know
a
where
plane?
this came from.
Yes,
What?
you have.
Is
Sorry.
There, is there
What?
Is there a door on a train?
I said,
Have
have
you
you been
been
on
on
a
a
plane?
plane?
Is there a door on a
Oh.
train? No, have you been on a plane?
I
You
can both
have,
confirm
you
that Matty has been on a plane and trains do have doors.
have. Okay, thank you for clearing both of those up.
Just
Very-
rolling in
Yeah.
with the facts. there.
Covering all bases. Well, how are we all
Nice.
feeling out of 7 since we're starting off?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Go on,
Bit-
Spanner, take
It's a
the
bit
lead.
late. I'm gonna say a 7. 7 out of
Oh,
7.
okay.
Maybe a 6. Probably a 7.
Probably 7. I'm also a 7 out of 7. Me and Spanner have been having a good day.
Pretty good day
feel.
today.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Matty?
Okay. I'm going to say a 5. I'm going to bring it down a bit.
No, but you know what? 5 is quite
all right.
high for you, I would say.
I'm tired.
Are you a bit
But
tired?
not tired at the same time. But I'm tired.
What kind of tired are you? You physically
Well,
tired?
I
like-
ate like 10 jammy Dodgers and I've
you
eaten
did.
I've eaten a Ben and Jerry's
God, you've eaten bad today.
chocolate fudge brownie and
Oh
what
god.
else have I eaten? I've had a lot. But
Hopefully nothing with more sugar in it. 'cause
Yeah. Have you? What
you
else have you
basically
eaten
just
today?
got
No,
type
we're
2
gonna.
diabetes just immediately.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
pizza.
reviewing your diet now. What else
I
have you
had
had
pizza.
today? A pizza.
and I ate toast
Uh-oh.
with jam on the morning, but our morning
Okay.
was like 1 o'clock, so not that long ago.
Okay, so you've had jam pizza, a whole pack of off-brand Jammy Dodgers, other biscuits
Jammy
are
Wheels.
available, Jammy Wheels, and half of a pint of Ben and Jerry's chocolate brownie.
Is this a pint?
I guess I always assume is that a pint? I don't know.
It's
The normal Ben and Jerry's.
465 mil.
How many mils are in a pint? Do we know? I don't. I'm
No, 'cause
so
a pint
bad
is
with
so outdated
conversions.
and
Let me just
silly.
fact check that.
Fact check. That is the official FG cast fact.
I feel like
checker.
there has to be something useful in this.
True.
So
This is
1 pint
educational,
is
folks.
568.261 milliliters.
Okay, so that is practically
many?
a pint. 560.
568.
There's 100 more mil in a pint.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've got less than a pint now.
Less than a pint.
Yeah, so I ate half. Less than half of a pint.
Half of less than a pint.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah.
Are you sure you ate less than half? Because those things get slightly bigger at the top, right?
True.
No, I ate less than half. No, it was sideways. It was so
Oh,
wow.
stop.
this was my brother. Well, no, this was mine and Charlotte's, right? And we'd eaten the top bit, like just a little bit off the top, because we didn't really
Yeah.
want to eat that much.
Sure.
And then we put it in the freezer, and we went to London. Come back, there's half.
But you're
like,
telling me
downwards.
he's vertically taken out the
Like,
ice
he's
cream.
Took a spoon and he's delved it
To the bottom.
bottom.
That is obscene. Who serves ice cream like that?
I
I mean, I've
guess
never
it
done
makes
it, but
sense.
No, that doesn't
kinda
make
get
sense
it.
at all. No?
No, if he's
Doesn't it?
taking it out, yeah.
No,
'Cause
you take
what's
it
the
from
easiest-
the top.
Yeah,
So it
but okay,
freezes
you've got
evenly.
a container, right? Let's say the container is a cone. Let's like take this to the extreme.
No, because then it won't stand up.
All right. Let's just bear with me here, okay?
Okay.
This is something that happens in physics all the time. You take something, you put it in like an
A
ideal
model.
scenario. So
Let's go.
a model.
And
exactly.
you went with
So
a cone.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Right.
It's a cone. You
Yes.
can see. It's obviously upside down, so you can see down
Yeah.
into the biggest round bit.
Into
right, and
the
it's a cone
surface
away
area
from
of
you.
the circle.
Yeah, okay,
Exactly,
it's cone
right.
downwards. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
So how do you cut that in half? Well, you don't just scoop out as much until you think there's half left, because it's like, well, how can you tell, right?
No,
No,
but this is
the-
different because cones aren't symmetric, right? We're talking about a
sorry, but-
cylindrical prism.
But they're
Wait, what
not
are they called?
really.
It's just
They're not
called a
really
cylinder,
cylinders.
isn't
It's
it?
just called a
Why did
cylinder.
I
Yeah.
call
A cylinder is a
cylinder
prism. It's true.
prism.
Yeah, but those
Oh,
are
I did not think that
symmetrical.
this was going to get into geometry
I
when we
know,
started
right?
this and
When did we get
mathematical
here?
definitions of shapes.
Oh my goodness.
But like, if
Oh.
you've got a Ben and Jerry's container, it's not a perfect cylinder, and it's squidgy and it's cardboard. So you're like, well, if I want
But
to cut this in half, what's the
relatively-
easiest way to do that? Well, actually, I could just use a knife, and I can cut it.
Do you
You
reckon
know
he
what,
did
though?
it with
Take
a knife,
half
though?
of it out.
Was it an even cut?
Can I just say,
Mm.
he wasn't trying to take half.
Oh,
Like,
wait, that's just how he
was
ate
just-
it.
He was just
Yes.
eating
Yes.
the Ben and Jerry. I don't know how he
I
did
mean, my
it.
problem
Okay,
in the
I-
first place is he's eating our
sorry.
Ben and Jerry's. This isn't the first time Thomas has eaten our food.
I mean, I'll
Slash drink.
waive judgment on
Roland.
that, but the method of eating Ben and Jerry is where you use a spoon to just eat half all the way down.
Yeah, I think that's my main
That
point.
is unforgivable.
Yeah, that
What
is
the
not
hell's
how you
going
should.
on?
No, but
No.
he wasn't eating. He probably wasn't eating it from the thing. He was probably scooping it out
No,
and
but that's
putting it in a bowl
weird.
to
Why
eat.
would you scoop it all the
That's
way
just
to the
as weird.
bottom? That's strange.
Maybe he was
Yeah.
trying to hide his tracks. I don't know.
That-
Okay?
that's
Perhaps
like
he-
the
perhaps he was
worst
hoping the
way
rest would
to
melt
hide
down.
your tracks.
That doesn't work.
You left a bit of brownie. I'm okay with
Oh,
that.
you know what it could have been?
What?
Maybe there wasn't enough space in the freezer. And the
Oh
best way to
my
compress an ice cream
goodness.
container is to
Yes.
push it in from the side.
You were so
you can't
right.
squash that from the
but
top.
look, we have the container here, right? You guys can't see it, obviously, but it is
It's
not
squished a little bit.
squashed. It's a little
It-
bit.
no, it's
It
But-
is.
But
Was
all
that
right,
from
it's just a
you? It
it
hypothesis.
was.
I don't
We
know.
have a lot of space in our freezer. Anyway,
Okay.
I
Fair
think
enough.
we need to do an investigation where we plant a half-eaten Ben and Jerry's and see what he
Wait.
does next.
I've got
time.
another idea.
Okay.
oh, okay.
He needed to hide something, and
And-
that is the shape that it was.
Oh,
that
and he
needed to be
quickly
hidden.
took it out before you had some. So there was
Well,
something.
obviously, he's
Yeah.
removed it. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't
Credit
know what
cards
he's
or-
hiding.
loose change or something.
Ew. Loose change touching all the rest of the ice cream? That is grim. That is very grim.
Okay, right. Anyway, what were we talking about? I can't remember how we even got onto
How
this
we
now.
were out of 7. Matt used
How
to
we
only
say right?
5 because
No.
he's tired, and you were going to link it to how you haven't eaten a lot, I guess, or something? I don't know. You were talking about.
Well, overall, this is
Indeed.
going to be pretty good. We've got like a roughly 6 out of 7 FG cast on average.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's a
FG
pretty good.
cast.
FG cast. I sound so posh
it's
now.
the cast.
I'm fully
Depends
like.
whether we want a posh audience or we want.
Well, we've got a mixture. We're gonna get.
I'm not
Hang
gonna
on,
say
no,
this,
because this presents
We
me
appeal
as the
to all
posh one.
demographics.
And
okay?
I'm not
That's
the
what I
posh
mean.
one. I get this like stereotype all the time because I'm from. As soon as I'm from London
Yeah.
and I pronounce things in a southern way,
You
I'm
say.
posh.
I'm
"Aw."
impressed. I thought you were going to say proper, but I'm really glad you just said southern.
southern. Yeah, no. I wouldn't say I speak
Proper.
proper English. I just have a southern accent and it sounds posh
Brilliant.
apparently. But I wouldn't say I'm posh
Yeah.
at all. My mum maybe.
Your mum definitely.
You'd say definitely.
Yeah.
She's quite
Proper
formal.
posh or just aspires to be posh?
No.
Because my grandmother would like aspire to be posh because she came from a family that used to be posh, and then they lost all their money when the mills
Oh.
went under in Manchester because they used to own a mill, and so
Oh,
that was like a big
wow.
deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then company went bankrupt, and my grandmother had nothing. But then she was still like, taught her kids how to eat, proper formal
With a
dinners and
knife
things
and
like that, and
Right.
with a no.
The rest of us
I mean,
eat with our
yes,
hands.
yes, but also more things than just the basics.
Amazing.
So yeah, she aspired to be posh, and if you spoke to her, you'd think she was posh.
I think my mum
she wasn't.
enjoys
Right, okay.
fancy things, but I don't think she aspires to be posh in a way of she presents herself posh to seem like it. I think she just
just is.
accidentally comes across posh because I think she is a
She's
bit
just nice and
polite. She's very polite.
she's very polite
and
very
formal.
proper. She's proper.
She's
like,
proper.
The world needs more polite people. I'm down with that.
True that.
Yeah.
We love mum. We do. Not our
Cool.
mum. We don't share a mum, all 3 of us.
No.
That'd be really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not.
Unless anyone out
We're
there
not.
wants to be our mum.
We're adopting a
Can
mum.
pay for us.
A frantic gaming mother. They would have to
Can you
be
imagine if you could do
older
that?
than Spanner, which is impossible.
Not necessarily.
I'm joking. We
It's
haven't
impossible.
made an age joke for ages, and I felt the need, and I'm sorry. You guys should jab
That's
at me
fair.
for being the little one all the time. But I guess Matty isn't much older than me, so then it's not. Like, it's hard for Matty to make fun of my age, but you can make fun of my age for being
Yeah,
a
but
baby.
if we judged it based on like gaming experience,
Oh, yeah. I've been playing
I
Minecraft
don't know,
for a
actually.
while. I've played
Minecraft
Sims,
and,
PlayStation 2. I played since I was quite young.
Gary's mod.
Oh, I used to
You
bang
know what?
Gary's
You've
mod.
got a heritage behind you. Actually, I take that back.
I
Yeah,
do.
I retract
Minecraft,
that comment.
Gary's mod, and The Sims. And a lot of car games because I grew up with a brother similar to my age.
Car games.
I used to play this game called Midtown Madness too.
Oh my god, yes.
Do you know
yeah.
that? I used to be obsessed with that game. I used to play it so much. But also, I would like to, instead of going crazy in that game, pretend I was a normal person driving around.
I think everybody got to that point.
Yeah.
In games
Yeah.
like GTA as well. Everybody
Yeah.
gets to the point
Exactly.
where they
GTA
abide.
4, I think it was.
Yes.
I played through the entire campaign, obeying the traffic laws up until I was being chased by
That
police
is
or gangsters
so
or whatever. Yeah.
funny. I
Yeah.
respect
If I had to
that.
just like drive out to the next, objective or whatever, yeah,
Do it
I'm taking
properly.
it easy.
You're like, oh,
First
traffic
person.
light. Oh my god, first person and all
Oh, yeah.
amazing. I used to just randomly park up, try and do like a little parallel. I was rubbish.
Yeah.
But
And then a
it was
prostitute
fun.
just gets in the car. You're like, no, wait, what?
Oh
That's
my
not what I was after.
God.
That always happened for some
I've
reason.
never played GTA, and it was like a forbidden game because of the whole idea of that was
Oh.
a strip club.
The original Grand Theft Auto was, blew our
Vulgar?
minds.
Hmm.
It wasn't that. Actually, it was less like sexualized, just way more gangster.
Oh, okay. Gangster.
But the soundtrack has always been incredible.
Really?
So like the thing that GTA did was the radio, and you get in a car
Yeah.
and there's a radio station playing, and it's not a
Yeah.
real one.
That's
but it's
cool.
incredible.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that.
There's songs that I'll hear now and I'll relate back to a GTA game.
Oh, I love
Rather
those
than-
moments.
I have so many of those though. I relate songs to
It's true. Whenever something
games
comes on, you're like,
Mm.
"Do you know when I listen to this?" And then you talk about a
Yeah.
game. We all have that though, right? Like songs that we'll remember. See, I feel less of a gamer because I don't have this with games often, because the games I play didn't have songs, unless the Minecraft soundtrack counts, which it does not. Because how often do you casually hear that and go, oh my god, do you know when I listen to this? No, I have it related to when I was reading particular book series. So I have Kings of Leon. Is it Sex on Fire or is it another one? It relates in my head back to Harry Potter, reading Harry Potter and hearing that in the car.
We don't know which one it is.
What?
Yeah. I mean, Sex on Fire is a Kings of Leon song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
tell
asked you, like, is that it? Like, you know,
Is that
inside my
the
brain.
one that I remember?
There's another really well-known Kings of Leon song. What is it?
Yeah, there's two, isn't there?
Yeah.
Kings of Leon.
There's two really iconic, fairly
Probably
old.
won awards and things, but there's definitely at least
There's
two.
just
You
two.
somebody.
It's You Somebody. It's someone like you. That one. That
And
reminds
Sex
me
on
of Harry
Fire, and that's it.
Potter.
That's all they did.
That's all they did. That's not true
Yeah,
at
that definitely rocketed
all.
them to stardom.
I
yeah.
sometimes in my brain get confused between Kings of
What's
Leon
scary
and the
is that,
Killers.
like, when you were reading Harry Potter to that,
Yeah.
as how old roughly?
I was in primary
10-year-old.
school, so
Like 11?
maybe
12?
no, that's high school.
Earlier?
11.
Oh,
like
right.
9, 10.
9. So I was hearing that song,
Oh,
drinking
God.
underage in
Differently.
pubs.
Yeah.
You were still underage though, so that makes me feel better
I
about
think
how
so.
like
Maybe not at that point. To be
What's
fair.
our
maybe
age gap?
Maybe I was just 18.
What
then.
is our
It was
age gap?
2008.
2008 when it
2008.
came out. Okay, so I was
That's when it
8
came
years
out.
old.
I was in primary school.
Okay, so what were you?
Okay,
10?
well.
No, 11.
I was not underage.
Oh no! Wait, what is our age gap? I don't know
All
what
right,
you
well,
said. You
so
happy
you were how old?
disclosing
Sorry?
this?
Yeah, I'm happy to discuss
I'm
it.
8.
How old
I
were
was
you,
8
sorry?
in 2000.
You were 8. So, Matthew, you were 9.
No.
10.
10.
10, sorry.
Yeah.
10 or 11.
11?
10 or 11.
You don't know when you were born.
I was 10.
Matthew's 2
Well,
years older than me.
Drum roll, please. I was 21.
Oh my god! Do you know that is wild? Actually, when I was 8 years
That
old,
is,
you were
isn't it?
my age now. That's crazy.
That's insane, yeah. And we wouldn't have been friends, by the way.
No, I wonder if me and Matty would have been. No, Matty, you seem like I did not know Matty as a child, but I've seen this one photo of you as a kid, and I know exactly what type of kid you were. You were like
does
this
that mean?
naughty, cheeky little class clown, and I think I would have hated you.
I used to drive tractors around my
What?
road. My road.
Where did you live? Hello?
I'm
What?
hoping you say on a farm.
I was
Otherwise,
waiting.
it's
I thought you were going
terribly
to say
dangerous.
a school for a second. I was like, why have they got tractors in the school that kids are allowed
So up
to
north,
drive?
Charlotte, everyone goes to tractor school.
Every, you know
Yeah,
what?
because
I am
what
gullible
happens.
enough to believe this, so don't even start. Oh my
Can-
god.
Can you like think of anything from your primary school that just doesn't seem right? Like,
Mm,
I don't
I can
like
go
where that's going.
first.
go for it.
All right.
In reception, which is
Yeah.
when you're what, 5?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
4
think-
or 5, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We had vices on the tables, right?
Like for like woodworking.
Proper woodworking vices,
Oh my god.
right?
Oh
We
my
got
God.
given wood, like chunks of wood, right?
This really is like an up north thing, I think.
Yeah.
It's
This
not
is
right.
bananas.
You're about to
I've
get
thought
your
about this
primary
a
school
lot.
shut down, I think. Oh my god.
So you were given a chunk of
Maybe.
wood and what?
And-
You ate it?
Right, so we got a
Because you
chunk
were
of wood.
4?
We got given a coping saw, you know, the little blades.
Imagine, Spanner, a 5-year-old with a saw. Can we all just...
Are you
Take
sure
a
you weren't like
second.
held back or something and they just like
No!
gave you that?
There was
This was
generally
it.
a class of 5-year-olds with saws.
Right, so we got our coping saws, and I think we just cut up wood. I can't remember what we did with
I
them, but I
swear
remember
that's
the coping
illegal.
saws. I remember the tables with vices in
This
primary
is a
school.
dream.
So
It was definitely a reception.
yeah, do you remember in
Ofsted
DT?
was a thing, okay, and there's no way that you were doing
No
that.
way.
We had coping
In
saws
reception.
in nursery, which seems even worse.
He's going to be like, we had chainsaws.
No, we had these big wooden blocks that were like about the same size as us,
Okay.
Yeah.
and we used to build stuff with them.
Which,
and
which
get
for
in it.
reference would have been like probably 60 centimeters.
True.
Oh,
A
no.
Lego block.
A 60 centimeter person.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But no, because
Maybe
when
1
you-
meter something.
right. But when you say that,
Yeah.
we had a teacher in our nursery that was smaller than some of the people in nursery.
Wow, that's
Or
crazy.
reception. Nursery or reception. She
Did
was
you
small.
think she was a
Okay.
student, or did some people think they were a student?
No, she was an old lady. She was like
Oh.
old. she was...
do you go here? Amazing.
No, because at that time as well, we were all peeing ourselves. We were all weeing in our
Are you
trousers.
sure you
She
didn't go to, like-
wasn't.
Did you get
She
some kind
probably
of
was, 'cause
letter?
she's old.
Like before you went to school, did you get some kind of letter inviting you to some special magical place?
Yeah, I was gonna
Where-
say.
where
I
they,
don't
teach where
think
they
you
teach
went
you
to a
practical
normal
skills
school.
right from the start.
Because
It's like Hogwarts, but for carpenters.
yeah, literally,
you know,
I
right?
don't think receptionists ever do. Like, you don't have proper subjects. So why
Okay,
were you
when-
doing
my first day in
DT?
reception, like I literally drew a double-decker bus.
Yeah,
and then the
exactly.
bell
You
went.
do
That was my
drawings,
nursery.
you learn letters and numbers.
Maybe we were
And you
advanced.
play with sand and play. Maybe we were advanced, so we'll give the advanced children saws.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Oh
I wouldn't
my
trust
God.
any kid that old with a saw.
I wouldn't
So maybe you were
even see
advanced.
like a year 3 with
I
a saw,
wouldn't.
I don't think.
Do you remember any like horrific injuries from that?
Yeah, I was
No,
gonna say, did anything
no.
happen?
No.
Maybe receptionists
I-
should get saws then. Maybe they're extra careful. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Like I've been very lucky, right? So I've got friends who I was at playgroup, in fact nursery before playgroup, and then into reception. I've got friends from nursery
Wow, that's
that I still
mad.
know today,
That's cool.
and we went up through our school all together.
Oh.
And I wouldn't trust them with a saw.
Definitely
Not a
not.
chance.
You shouldn't trust a 5-year-old.
Some of them I wouldn't trust with a
No,
saw
you
now.
shouldn't. Did your parents know at the time?
Yeah, and we had this teacher.
That's-
Well, I've told you, like in
Wait,
year 5.
hang on. Can we
How
just
old were you in year
pause at the
5?
fact that you just
Sorry.
said your parents did know? So all the
We must
parents.
have known.
No, all the
Like-
parents were on board with their reception children having saws and just
Look,
chopping
I
up
mean,
wood.
If a school
Maybe
was
we
going to
only
do
got
that,
like one saw.
everyone's going
like-
to sign a waiver, right?
and we all
Every
got
parent is going to have to sign a waiver
No,
for
but
that.
that's mad. This is something that shouldn't have got past the system. Why is this a thing?
We might have all shared the saw.
Was there just one and everyone like, was the
But no, 'cause
teacher
there
holding
was
your hand?
multiple
Kind of like a Hunger Games situation. One person gets the weapon.
Oh my god! It was a massacre. There was only 3 kids by the end of it.
Yeah. Congratulations for graduating.
I'm trying to
You
think
made
about
it.
like how.
It's definitely
it's
real.
probably
It
just-
wasn't a dream.
No, because I've asked my brother and sister about it, and they did it too.
Oh my god!
Interesting.
They remember
it. Was just
it.
your year. That's mad.
Well, no, because
You're a whole family of victorious tributes.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I guess.
You have a
we're just
legacy.
the strong ones.
A legacy, yeah.
That's crazy.
Or just murderers. I don't know.
Yeah, one or the
No,
other.
sounds horrific, but interesting.
Yeah, I don't think we could even try and top that with like weird things that we don't think our primary school should have done. Like that
I think
takes
the
the
weirdest
cake
thing
for
that happened
me.
to me at primary school is I got stung by a queen bee.
Oh no!
Like a big bumblebee.
That's
Our school uniforms were like bright yellow t-shirts, and they let us run around in the field at summer.
Oh.
And then we were like,
no.
why are all the bees chasing us?
Oh my
It was
God.
atrocious.
That's really sad, actually. That's
That makes
hilarious, but wow.
We used to like come in and just be like covered in flies. So it looked like a black uniform.
Oh my
It's like, no, get off,
God.
get off, get off.
That's so funny. You were
horrible.
running around as
Yeah.
flowers. That is amazing.
And get this, our trousers were brown. like,
oh my god.
like the kind of brown that is just awful.
Oh yeah.
You had
I
wait, you
had
both
brown
had-
high school uniform and it was awful. And that's all I will say.
Yeah. That was only for up until like year 4 for me, and then it switched to a primary school, and we we
I've
wore,
never
like,
heard
white,
of primary
white
schools
and
having
grey.
such extravagant colours. I feel like all the primary schools that I knew of were either green or blue.
mine was blue.
Yeah, and like everyone would have the same pretty much uniform. Like you'd have a polo top with the name of your primary
no.
school, and you'd
Not
have
north.
trousers or you'd have a skirt, and then the summer dresses were all the same because they were checkered, and it would just be like whatever color, which was always like blue or green, or maybe there was a
Blue.
purple primary school I saw. We were a blue primary school as well.
Oh, we had
Yeah.
purple jumpers actually when we changed
You were-
uniform. That's not
Oh.
that's not with the yellow
I
and
was gonna
brown.
say yellow,
Sorry.
brown, and purple. That's pretty extravagant.
Gross.
I don't remember what the jumpers were. I don't think we
Oh,
ever wore jumpers.
I
when it
have a
was yellow and brown.
question actually. So
Shoot.
Did you in primary school have ties?
No.
Like a school tie?
No, we had neckerchiefs if we were good.
What?
I had a
What
neckerchief
kind of
for
private
beavers.
school? A neckerchief? What is a neckerchief?
Yeah.
Is it literally like a little scarf?
It's like a bandana that you put around your neck.
Yeah, and it's got,
And you say I'm pretentious being in the South. Neckerchief.
It's got like a plastic circular thing that you slide onto it to tie it. So it's not tied.
Oh,
it's
we
just
didn't
like...
do that. We
I
just
need
wore
pictures
ours,
of you
like,
guys in
open.
neckerchiefs. This
Interesting.
sounds incredible. Do you guys have school pictures
Oh.
that you still have? I don't know if
I've
I
got
have.
a picture upstairs.
I'd
but
have
it's-
some
In a
back
neckerchief?
home. I don't think I've got any here.
It's no.
No. So we had no ties until you were in year 4. Year 4 to year 5, you had these ties, and then in year 6, you had special year 6 ties, which I thought was
Okay.
weird because like primary school, you don't really get ties
We
normally,
would
do
just
you?
whip each other if.
Do any of
Oh my
you...
God.
Yeah, quite. Do any of you know how to tie a proper, like, double Windsor knot in a tie?
A
I don't know what
double
that means.
Windsor
I know how to
knot?
do-
I used to
I
be
know
able
how
to
to
do a tie
tie
quite
my
neatly,
tie.
but not anymore.
I think it's called a double Windsor. I think the proper way to tie a tie is a double Windsor. Like, that's, like, super neat. It takes a lot
Yeah.
of doing.
Do you know what I
Or
would
do you just do the,
hate?
like, the once around, up and over and in?
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
we
what
did
we
those
wore.
ties.
That's
That's
what
what
we
we
did.
wore.
That's a half something. Maybe a half
Did you
Windsor?
go to
Can't
Scout?
remember.
Double Windsor. What?
I went to Beavers, and then I did, like, 3 days of Cubs and said, screw this, I'm out.
You were like group activity. Nah, I'm alright. Did you learn
Yeah.
knots and stuff in that? I feel like that's where you learn knots.
I don't think I learned anything at Beavers other than how to run from one side of the hut to the other side of the hut.
Oh my god!
That's
You
so
just did
sad.
laps every week.
Well, like, there were loads of different games, right? But they fundamentally all involved just running from one side to the
Oh
other
my
side.
god, that is so funny.
This time you're being chased. This time there's a ball. This time people are trying to stop you. It's like, yeah, but
Yeah,
we're still
but
just
we're
running.
just running. It was just a whole lot of cardio. That's what they were doing.
Oh, however, I did get in the paper while I was at Beavers because I
Uh-oh.
won
Wow.
a fancy dress competition at Halloween
Oh.
because my mum made me a space shuttle outfit.
Oh my
Really?
gosh! Tell us
Yeah.
what this comprised.
And
of.
I think well, it was like a massive cardboard contraption that I was in.
That's
So the space shuttle was pointing upwards, so that my
cool.
head was like surrounded by the nose of the space shuttle, and then the doors of the space shuttle is where I was.
That is
Yeah.
amazing.
And I won first place, so I got in the paper. for that.
Legend.
I
Please
feel
tell me you
like-
have a photo of this.
I mean, it would have been in the newspaper, so I guess I should.
Yeah.
probably
We
be able to
should find
one.
it. That's so cool.
Is it like in the Gazette? or
This
something?
is in the. It would have been in the Nuneaton. Tele. Oh, I don't even know what it's called.
Times?
Tribune? Maybe the Tribune. I think the Nuneaton Tribune.
I don't know.
I have no
Um,
idea.
But this was before. This sounds awful. It was basically before internet, so I have no idea if it's been digitized, right?
Oh,
I'll
I
look for it.
really hope so. I don't know if you have, Matty, but I've never seen a picture of you when you were younger. I've seen your university pictures because we went through them all together on Facebook that one time. But I'm not sure if I've seen you as a child. I don't know if you've seen me as a child, Spanner.
What, me?
But we've seen you,
No.
Matty.
As I said, when I was 21, if I'd seen you as a child, we wouldn't have been friends. So
No, true. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
valid. Oh dear.
I'll get my parents to take some photos. I'll show them to you.
I thought you meant take some photos now. I was like, are you gonna like
No,
cosplay as your
I'm an
younger
adult
self?
now.
Do you
I'm not
know
gonna
what
dress up
actually
in
I
my-
find really amusing though that people do? A lot of siblings do this where they recreate their childhood photos. You know those ones you go to a photographer to get taken and they're really
Oh, yeah, I've
cringy.
seen
those
those.
make me howl. They are so
Like
funny.
we're like grown up brother and sister like in
Yeah.
the bath together or something.
Yeah, and
So,
it's just
yeah, ridiculous.
such funny. It's so funny. Like I love those so much. You're right, Matthew.
You know, I actually could try and put on I've got a T-shirt from my primary school from when we left because you
No,
know when you leave and
leavers,
everyone signs
yeah,
them and stuff. So I've got that still.
I think I still have mine in my memory box from high school. Oh no, we
don't think
had
I've got one from secondary
autograph
school.
books. You could buy an autograph book from the primary school, and you got everyone to
Yeah,
sign
secondary
it.
school we had that as well, like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
end of year.
Secondary
or
school
end
we
of
did
school book.
shirts, but do you know what the rule was? You had to bring a spare shirt to get it done, because you weren't allowed to wear. a
Oh,
shirt.
interesting. I'm fairly certain we just signed ours on our backs. It
Yeah,
was
no,
great.
you had to be wearing your shirt and then put the shirt over the shirt and then
I
get
think-
people to
Oh
sign it
God.
because our school was
think we
really
had something
strict
like that.
about what you could be seen wearing and man holding up.
Oh
you know,
yeah,
the
it'd be
standard
terrible for
of
one
the
day of the year if
school.
you'd to be seen wearing.
Yeah, exactly.
stuff like
Graffiti.
Then again, actually, secondary school though, that's pretty. I can understand it. It's definitely more dangerous than primary school.
Yeah.
In primary school, nobody was drawing, things that were obscene, whereas in secondary school.
Oh, we weren't. We'd get so in trouble. You know, Catholic high
okay.
school, not allowed.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
very strict. Matthew, you seem lost in thought. What's going on? Yeah.
Disaster struck.
I'm looking at my primary school's website.
Oh god,
Right.
that's something to look at.
And is it actually Hogwarts for craftspeople?
Please tell me it is.
There is a D&T section, but they haven't described what tools. They say you use tools, but they haven't said what tools.
From a very early age, like from.
I don't know.
Just-
I don't know. But
They
it's like,
changed
the
the
thing
that I
logo
was-
of my primary school. No.
Ah,
God,
well, don't worry about that.
that's so
I was
weird.
confused. Well, not confused at one thing. The lunch. Oh, she's called the lunchtime supervisor.
Okay.
Right, the dinner lady.
She's the same one.
Oh, the same one as when you were younger.
Yeah.
Well,
How old are they going to be?
spoilers.
She's so old.
Spoilers. What are the spoilers? Go on.
Huh?
Dinner ladies can actually live forever.
Forever. True. No, you're right. Since
Do you
when
wanna
did you
look-
get a new
do you wanna
dinner
see
lady?
her?
Never.
Sorry.
Never. You never get new dinner ladies.
It's true. Are they in?
And if you think about it, if you were
oh
the
my
sort
God.
of being,
They don't even look
you were the sort-
old. Not the hell.
They
if you're the
don't
sort of
look
being that
old.
could live forever, a dinner lady is the perfect cover, guys. Okay.
True. They're actually
She's a witch.
vampires, all of them. And they
Yeah.
snack on the children if they don't eat their greens. That's what happened.
Maybe. I don't remember all the kids. Some of them could have gone missing.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known. You also had a weird primary school, Matty, didn't you? In which it was only 30 kids per year or something, right? You just went to
Yeah,
a
it was
weird
only-
primary school,
it was
I
only
think.
one year.
Mine was only 60. We only had 2 classes.
No,
in my
yeah,
primary
that's
school.
what I said. I have the same. I had the same. But Matty only had a class of 30 for every year.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's
just
quite
one year.
significantly small.
Yeah, but we
Maybe
still
it
have
was a-
people
was it
from
a
like
new school?
everywhere, which is cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Hmm.
We had someone that came from the Congo, like in year 3.
That's cool.
Interesting.
Didn't speak a word of English.
Wow.
That's all
Were
right.
By
they-
the
were
Same
they
as
here
everyone
to
else in
learn?
Middlesbrough that went.
Oh, wow.
But like, I thought that was crazy.
That is crazy.
I didn't know where the Congo was.
Yeah, no, that is wild in primary school to come across that. That's cool. So were they at your school to learn? Do you know, like, did their parents move? Like, what? Do you know the story?
I don't know.
That's a massive
Their brother
change.
was in the year above too. He
And
came.
also didn't speak any English?
No English.
That's
That must be so hard.
How did they, like,
Crazy.
participate?
And-
That's so hard.
There was another kid that came from India.
Hmm.
Also didn't speak a word of English. Year 3 as
Wow.
well.
Are you certain that these people just didn't like you?
And they just
No
didn't
one-
talk
no
to you,
one
so you
liked
never heard them.
No, they didn't speak any English.
So actually, come to think of it, I was like, most of the
worked
kids
out.
didn't speak
No-
any English.
No one actually spoke ever.
It's pretty much just me and the
No.
teachers.
I was friends
Oh,
with these
that's
people.
really sad. Don't say that. Little
I'm
Matty when he was
sorry.
younger, just hanging out with the teachers. Oh.
The
There
thing is, right? So
Oh, yeah.
I used to think that as well. Like teachers, lame,
Mm,
right? But now people, friends of mine,
mm.
are teachers and were teachers many years ago, like 10
And
years
they're
ago.
still
Oh,
lame.
wow. You're friends with your teachers.
Well, the thing is, they're not lame. They're like cool guys. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, if you were my teacher, would I think you were cool? I don't think so. I think
Nah, you
every-
never
every
think your
teacher is just
teachers are
lame,
cool.
right?
It's like that whole
Apart
thing
from this
of...
one teacher.
Oh, yeah? Oh, God.
There was a teacher at our secondary school
Mm.
who must have, like, obviously to us was just a teacher until, like, our final year, and we had, like, our end-of-year celebrations, of which there were many.
hmm
And she rocked up at a house party.
Oh, my God. Is this in high school?
Yeah.
That is
This was a-
wild.
This was at the end of year 11, so before we moved off to do A-levels.
Were they invited?
She was invited.
Wow.
She drank
Oh, my...
and other things.
Oh!
And, like, nothing like...
Please don't tell me someone got with them. Please.
No, nothing like that,
Okay,
no.
Okay.
But, you know, illegal things happened.
Oh my God!
Regardless.
This is a scandal.
Right, and then we had like a special assembly, like 2 days after.
Oh no!
she wasn't there.
Oh my
And,
god.
no.
And we were all given a talking to about how we should moderate our end of year celebrations.
Oh my
Wow.
god. Did they get fired? Or were they just like,
I don't think they got fired there and then.
oh my god.
But that was like the first time where I was like, oh yeah, wait, teachers are kind of just people, aren't they?
And then you were like, huh. That's
And like, how old are
crazy.
you when you're 11? You're like 16? You're 11,
Yeah,
something like that?
yeah,
Yeah,
11, 16.
16.
And actually, those teachers could be like 21.
They could, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so bad though. If you were 16, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's incredibly unprofessional.
And they were
Absolutely
drinking
hilarious that
and
she did
doing
this,
illegal
but-
things when you guys were 16 at a party with you guys.
What's
That's
hilarious about this is that, like,
wild.
as a teacher, she was actually like a good one.
Yeah.
She was a maths teacher.
Okay.
She was pretty like, I don't know what, like authoritarian. Well, not authoritarian, but she was with it. She wasn't like one of those teachers where you could tell they were just a flake.
So
and they just threw the
professional.
book
A
at
very
you and were like,
professional
read the book. She was
teacher.
professional, yeah. She was a good professional teacher. And then, like, she was probably the last person in the faculty that I would have thought,
Would
yeah,
do
they
that.
could rock up at a house party.
Oh my
I had a biology
God.
teacher where I was like, how has she got a job? Because she lived above a pub.
Oh
And
my
she came in
God.
every day hungover
Oh my
and like
God.
absolutely knackered. And she really did
No.
just say, like, here's the revision guide, read these.
Oh, hate teachers like
You're
that.
like, guys, come on.
Absolute worst.
Yeah, she didn't last long, I don't think.
Okay, good.
So
Damn.
secondary school's pretty brutal, I think. If anybody out there who wants to be a teacher, I would avoid secondary school as the first place you go.
Oh yeah, leave
Get some
yourself
experience
there.
under your belt, or at least find a really nice secondary school.
Yeah,
if
because
that's where you're
secondary
going to go to
schools
start
can be
with.
pretty brutal, can't they?
Oh, it could be super tough, yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
god.
Unless you have a certain way with kids, but if you're not comfortable or confident, they'll
You
just
have
eat
to be
you.
Don't
so
do it.
They're like
confident in
sharks.
high school because kids are really mean.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yeah.
You've got to be tough to do high school teaching, and like
Our
Yeah.
English teacher wasn't.
really, because a lot of teachers will just break down and cry. Like I've seen loads of teachers cry by like kids in my year.
She was close every lesson.
That's so sad. It's really upsetting, really, isn't it, when you think about it? 'Cause it's just
That's their job. They're
kids
stuck
bullying
there.
an adult. Yeah, exactly. Like they can't just leave or move. Like it's their job. It's it's hard
Yeah.
to like move. And yeah, there you go. Sorry to any high school teachers out there. Good luck.
Woo!
Yeah. So that's how we all are.
Oh my god, that literally
How have we
branched off
done
for
that?
how we all doing. This might be all
We don't
very
know.
confusing for anyone who's new to us, but we were going to do some little introductions on ourselves. But why don't we do, if you could choose 5 words to summarize yourself to anyone that's new here, who's never
Oh
come
my
across
gosh.
Frantic Gaming, because
don't
we
wanna do it to
This is like-
originated as a
no.
YouTube channel, if you guys want to go check that out.
Not myself. No.
5 words.
Yeah, I'll give you
to
guys some
describe
time to
yourself.
think about it, and I'll just...
No, I
Stupid.
don't think I can ever do these.
You have to. I'm sorry. It's a task.
Why
And
why
then-
don't we describe each other in 5 words?
Oh,
Yeah, do a-
okay,
do a
that's fun.
triangle.
Okay, fine. Should we start with Matty? So we come up with 5 words to describe Matty.
We come up with 5 words. Yeah, we'll debate. We'll yeah, between us, we'll come up with
Okay.
5. Matthew, you can veto some if you need to.
Yeah,
so I would
true.
go with
I'm vetoing that.
fairly. I'm going to say spontaneous
Oh, okay.
in a gaming context, at least.
I
but
would
maybe that's-
say Stormworks is a good word
What the-
to summarize.
I'm
No, you
vetoing
can't
that.
define somebody by a single game.
I'm vetoing
I mean,
it.
Oh, you're vetoing Stormworks when
I
it's
think
your
that's
whole
fair.
brand.
No,
Yeah,
well, he
veto.
plays a lot of Stormworks on his channel, but like he isn't Stormworks. Like
I'm a person.
Okay, so I was seeing
Well, I
it
would-
as in like if people wanted to get to know us as, but are we just doing as people? Can we start
Why as
over?
people?
Okay,
We're just
fine. I'm
people.
sorry. I'm sorry for trying to identify you with the game.
Your Stormworks.
Your Stormworks. Your
Alright, well, okay,
Sprocket,
okay. If we were going to define ourselves with games, though, like
Oh, can we
Matthew
do
would be
that
like,
first? Can we do that first? 3 games.
Yeah, so
3 games per person.
Categories or
games.
games?
Alright.
Games.
Maybe take a game from each category that you like to play a lot of. I don't know. But for Matthew, I'd go with like.
Stormworks.
Actually, it's tricky. Matthew's quite a versatile gamer.
He is quite a versatile gamer.
Stormworks
Stormworks,
for
Dota.
broadcasting, like building.
Dota.
Stormworks on what? Dota.
Definitely.
Oh, I like Dota.
Dota 2 is something Matty's so many hours in. So many.
I suppose that's true.
How many hours do I have in Dota?
A
But then
stupid
also
amount.
like first-person shooters, so like it could be any of like Counter-Strike, Valorant.
Probably
Squad.
COD though. You've played a lot of COD. Did you play all the different CODs growing up?
Yeah, I played every COD.
I feel like
well,
that's why
actually every
COD's
COD
a
except
safe
the
one.
Black Ops
One.
3.
Maybe genres are what we should go for here.
Okay, fine. If you
So
had
it's
to
builders,
pick...
MOBAs, shooters.
Yeah, builders.
I like strategy
MOBAs.
games too. I really like strategy games.
So no, but I guess MOBA's
just a
kind
big
of a
old gamer.
strategy. Like Doga's
MOBA's
kind of a
I
strategy,
suppose.
isn't it?
Huh?
Yeah, but he likes turn-based stuff too, like Civ.
I like
Honestly,
Civ.
Matty is like he likes all the
You
games.
were very versatile game-wise. You were very.
There you go then. Broad church.
God, that's really hard. Okay.
That's fine.
Banner?
I would probably go with right now at least. I'm leaning way more into MilSim. So like
Yeah.
DCS,
Simulators, yeah. Fair.
Squad.
Yeah.
Hardcore stuff.
And
Tarkov
then
is quite good.
probably... I don't know if you're a big shooter person.
I was a huge shooter. Like shooters are the games that I actually started playing online for.
Right.
Like Soldier of Fortune 2, all the Battlefield, all of the Call of Duties.
Oh god, yeah, the
I've played
Battlefield,
all of those things.
okay.
I definitely have got more bored of them recently.
Okay. You're not a
maybe
builder.
less so
I
now.
don't think that's something that's been your cup of tea. I can't
Yeah,
think of
I-
many building games you've enjoyed.
I quite liked Kerbal Space Program, but that's probably it really.
Mm.
The others are okay, but didn't like
Matty,
my
what do you
fire.
think? For Spanner? Other categories?
This-
No. Okay, so let's say shooters, FPS.
I think so,
Sims.
because I think we can play a shooter with Spanner a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we did
That's
CS:GO
a game
for
that you can be
ages,
like,
COD for
You
ages.
want to play?
Yeah, I mean you can throw me into games like that and I'll pick it up
Mm,
very quick.
I don't know.
It's not
Yeah,
like it's a
okay, I
problem.
think that's good. And then, do you play a lot of strategy games?
I'm the
See,
only one
I-
here who really actually plays VR.
That's
Yeah,
true.
true.
I guess is that a
Yeah.
category in itself? Surely. Well, no,
almost
because it will
is,
have
yeah.
categories within it, right?
Yeah, but it's VR.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Do we want to give you VR as your third one then?
Go for it.
Okay, there you go. VR, FPS,
Yeah.
Sims.
But I think if you're like, I don't know, offline, you'll play like maybe RimWorld or
Yeah, my biggest problem right now, I would actually be pretty broad church like you, Maddie, but I just don't have time. That's my
Yeah,
biggest problem.
fair.
If I had more time, I would be playing all the games.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like Final Fantasy, for example, is like a series that I really enjoyed.
Mm.
But I just don't have time for single player games anymore. Same for like
That's
Mass
so
Effect
sad.
and Knights of the Old Republic. So those kind of RPGs actually I do really enjoy. Dragon Age, played all of those.
You played all of
Um,
Dragon Age?
Yeah. And
I thought that was-
Elder Scrolls. So RPGs
Elder
actually.
Scrolls,
Probably
oh.
probably RPGs
I thought
more than VR.
Dragon Age was like an Xbox exclusive. But it's on
No,
PC as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it came out on PC at the same time, I think. I don't think it was
Yeah.
even delayed.
Oh,
So yeah. There you
Nice.
go. MilSims, RPGs, and what was the other one?
FPS.
Oh yeah, first person shooters, of course.
Mhm.
And
That's me.
everything else if we had more categories to choose.
If we had more, yeah.
So
Charlotte.
Charlotte, what are
Mhm.
you?
What do you think?
You play Minecraft
mean-
every day.
That's because that's my job, essentially, I guess.
You play
I enjoy
Yeah, but you
it.
love
I
Minecraft.
love Minecraft.
not streaming as well.
Yeah, true. I've grown up on Minecraft and I love Minecraft.
I kind of
Yeah.
feel like you follow the hip games for sure.
Oh,
Like,
definitely
you jump
not.
into Among Us, yeah, definitely.
Among
Trendy.
Us
Among
was
Us.
Valorant.
Valorant.
Yeah.
Among Us,
Minecraft.
Valorant, Minecraft. Yeah, all of these, but also like the building games that are like, like Planet Zoo, for example, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Surviving Mars.
Anything that involves, I would say you're like a gaming architect when it comes to building stuff
Yeah,
and
maybe.
things like Sims
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Planet Zoo.
Okay.
Because it's not just I'm building a park to make money. It's like you design it.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know how you
Yeah.
characterize that as a genre of game.
Neither, because they're all.
It's different to
different.
building. It's definitely more aesthetic and less engineering.
What is
But then
Planet
I
Zoo's
do some
things?
engineering, like city skylines wouldn't be an aesthetic builder, really. Surviving
Oh, no,
Mars
that's true.
isn't. And I used
No,
to
that's a good point.
love that game.
Like
Would
strategic
it be
builders.
called a tycoon game?
Yeah, Sims isn't quite a tycoon.
But I don't like the
but yeah.
tycoon
Sims
side
isn't,
of it,
but
if that makes sense.
I think
It's
City
just the
Skylines
buildy
sort of
part.
is.
It's just the buildy part.
Yeah, it's just that the very first buildy games like that were Roller Coaster Tycoon,
Yeah.
Railroad Tycoon.
No, that's true.
That's why they're called Tycoony
It's
games.
tricky.
Planet Zoo is a tycoon game.
Let's say
Have you played Theme Hospital?
no.
Theme
no, I
Hospital might be a
haven't.
game for you, actually. Hospital
Theme-
2.0.
2
Theme
Point
Hospital is
Hospital.
the...
I love Theme Hospital.
That's it, 2 Hospital. That's the remake.
Yeah, people have told
Yeah.
me to play this. I've heard of it.
You should play the old one.
Should I?
Yeah, it's great. You shoot
It's
rats.
so good.
You shoot rats.
And there's
What?
bloaty head syndrome. It's
What?
hilarious.
I think it's free
You
on
tried to sell me
uh,
this game
yeah.
with you shoot rats, right?
Yeah, but it's not even
Yeah,
part
but-
of the game. It just happens.
You get such
Amazing.
like funny things that happen, like the problems with people is.
Oh,
just,
everybody's
like,
diseases are ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Like
the
this guy
machines
can't
you
stop
put them
laughing,
in.
so you put him into like a scaring machine or something, and
Oh, okay.
this guy's got an inflated head, so you put him into a machine that pops his head and then reinflates it back to normal
Oh
size.
my god.
It's
Sounds
cool.
horrific.
Don't learn medicine from it.
No,
That's all
it
I'd say.
doesn't. What else then? Buildy games / tycoons.
You're into
You
shooters.
FPS.
I mean, COD, Valorant, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, you're a
FPS is a
shooter
common
guy.
ground amongst all of us. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
You guys taught me shooters. I had never played a shooter before CS:GO. Which is crazy.
You've actually, you've picked that up really
Really
well.
well.
actually,
Yeah,
impressively.
I remember being really bad at CS. I don't remember what my rank was, but I'm
Imagine
actually
if we
pleasantly
found you.
surprised how good I was at Warzone. I wasn't
Yeah.
great, but like for someone who's
but
never
for-
played a shooter, I don't think I'm that bad. Like I'm almost at gold
Yeah,
in
I-
Valorant. That's not too bad at all, is it?
Yeah,
Really?
it's good.
I mean, I've tried to throw people who have never played first-person shooter games into first-person shooters before,
Yeah.
and doesn't go well.
work
Mm.
because
Doesn't work.
hand-eye coordination is not a thing.
I don't
Yeah,
think I
e-
really can't
exactly.
think of any other shooters I've played before. I'm trying to think like disc games when I was younger, but I don't think my brother even really he played the
I
CODs,
guess-
but I wasn't old enough for it. 'Cause I had an age rating.
Like Gary's mod stuff, I suppose, with like Trouble in Terrorist Town and things. So
yeah, okay, maybe
you kind of
that-
knew that.
that's
So in
first.
that case, like you weren't getting confused by using WASD to move around and things like
Yeah.
that. That helps, I
And I
think.
guess I learned that from Minecraft too. Minecraft is just
Well, that's true.
it's a good introduction.
It's a good
to
gateway game.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah, it's
gateway
very
game.
good.
That's true. Okay, shooters is the second one. What's the third? This is hard because
I
I
think
don't
you
play
like story
games.
games, but you
Oh.
only do that on stream, really. But
I
think you
really
like them.
enjoy them though.
What about
Yeah.
things like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley though? Because they're not
Animal
really
Ah, what are
tycoony
they
games.
count
They're
as?
like lifestyle games, or maybe not
Are
lifestyle,
they
but
adventure
like
They're not
games?
life
Do they count as
games.
they're
adventure games?
they're adventure RPG
You know,
games. They're just
Minecraft
slightly
counts as
different,
an
yeah.
adventure game. That's its category on Twitch anyway.
Yeah, I
So
could believe
Yeah, I
that.
guess.
maybe
yeah.
adventure games. But yeah,
Not
I'd say
bad.
Okay with
storyline
that.
games is something that is kind of there. Because like all the Life is Strange were amazing, and I used to really like Beyond Two Souls, which is now on Steam, but used to be an exclusive for PlayStation, I think.
Oh, I forgot
With
about
Elliot
that.
Oh,
Page in
really?
it, and it has William Dafoe.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like it was like groundbreaking for the time in terms of like the cutscenes and it being so cinematic. And I used to love the soundtrack. So like in that way, I used to love storyline games before I even played them. So that's a
I feel like
contender.
PlayStation got a lot of those.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which was really annoying. Like Until Dawn was on there,
Yeah.
and there were a lot like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to be
I'm
really
starting to
upset
feel
I
like
couldn't play them.
I might actually buy a PlayStation 5.
Stop.
Which incidentally would be the first console I have ever owned in my life.
Really? Owned yourself?
First
That's
console.
crazy. Wait,
Yeah.
you've never had like a DS? That counts as a console.
What?
I have not.
I've had a DS.
What? I don't know.
Spanner was
I've
like,
not. I never had a
30.
Game Boy. never
Spanner
had-
was 30 when we were getting DSs. I don't think so.
no.
I basically went from Atari to PC.
Right,
You're
okay.
a PC strict gamer.
I am hardcore PC, and that's why
Are
I
you
know
really
everything PC hardware.
anti-console?
No, not really, not at all.
Good.
In fact, I did
This
actually
is-
play quite a lot on the Xbox that my roommate had at university.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I played GTA 4 and pretended to be first person the whole time.
No.
I played the traffic law.
Whilst they were in
So-
the corner watching you, like, the fuck?
No, but that was that was an Xbox 360.
360.
And I used to go around my friend's house and play on N64s and PlayStations and PlayStation
Yeah.
2s and Tony Hawks and things like that.
I have a question.
But I only ever had a PC.
about
Yeah.
the whole PC console thing of like how you
Oh,
know
careful. This
the
is-
typical stereotype of a PC gamer is they shit on people who play console, right?
You
Ish.
get that.
Now, is it because that they use controllers, or is it more about something else that goes on with console?
Alright, so it used to be like because way back in the day, crossplay was not a thing, right?
Yeah.
So that It wasn't about competing with each other, but it was about which one takes more skill.
Right. And there's an
And also,
like aim
like
assist.
which one looks better. Because like
Okay.
you'd have like Tony Hawk's on the PlayStation, Tony Hawk's on the PlayStation 2,
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's on the Xbox. Was it on the Xbox? Not sure, but Tony Hawk's on the
I
PC.
think it was.
And like you could literally look at those games side by side, and although they were exactly the same games, they looked entirely different.
Right.
like night and day different between different consoles.
Okay.
So there were lots of arguments about, well, which one looks better. PlayStation had a particular style, Xbox had a particular style, PC always looked like the crispest. But you had to, have the hardware to run it. So then it was also an argument about which one's more accessible and all of that jazz. So
it's
this is why
complex.
it's been a long running debate that has never been settled really ever.
Okay.
It's probably easier to settle it now because you've got crossplay. You can plug a keyboard and mouse into a console. Consoles can stream Netflix and basically be PCs. Any Xbox game you buy, you can play on a PC. It's turning into just one thing, and it doesn't really matter anymore.
Ah.
It's my personal take.
Yeah.
I think
But
that's a good
historically, that's where it
summary.
all started.
Yeah.
It's a mess, though.
Because
But of course, PC Master Race.
because I always thought it was because you use a controller, but then I was like, but we use controllers for games. Is
Yeah.
it a bad thing to use controllers for games? Or are people very much like,
I think it's.
oh, you're a pleb if you don't use a keyboard and mouse? Is that a thing?
I think it became a big thing when like Call of Duty became popular and quite competitive,
Okay.
where the top fragging Call of Duty players on Xbox or whatever or PlayStation try and play on PC can't.
Oh,
PC players
oof.
play on there also can't. So then it's like, well, we can't play with each other, so which of us is best?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And obviously people with controllers get a bit of auto aim, but like it's harder to aim with a joystick. So
Oh
if you're
god,
good at
yeah. I tried to play
it, then
Call of
you know.
Duty and my friends on, I don't know if you had a PlayStation or an Xbox, because I was like, oh, I've played zombies, yeah, sure. I was running into walls, I couldn't aim. It's so hard to play something so quick that you're so used to using like a really precise mouse for on a controller. It was crazy. Like I get games like Rocket League, I understand why that's easier on a controller and I enjoy it, but something like a shooter, I
Unless you're
never
Matty.
imagine. Yeah, Matty, why how come you play Rocket League with it? It's just not one of those
Mouse and
games
keyboard.
with mouse and keyboard.
Bananas.
Because I can't use a controller anymore. I switched. So I used to play on a console. I used to play on an Xbox until I got my first computer. When I first got my computer, I didn't touch a controller.
Wow.
After that,
Mm-hmm.
I used to be really good at Call of Duty on a controller.
Yeah.
Now I can't use one.
So you're just out of practice. Is that what just
But
puts
my
you off?
brain isn't
You've
wired.
erased that part. You've just rewritten it.
You're like,
it's
doesn't
not-
exist. We don't know what a
My
controller
brain
is.
does this thing where translating things from what I want to do to my hands is very difficult unless I'm used to it.
Unless it's muscle
Yeah.
memory.
Like, but like, yeah, because I don't know. Let's say 9 parchments. I will continuously press the wrong button.
Mm.
Like,
So it's
and I
you,
no, but I do a lot of it on purpose with
Yeah.
you guys.
of
right?
course.
Because you're a little
But
shit.
I do a lot of it by accident
Oh,
as
okay.
well.
So you're trolling to hide your legitimate mistakes.
Oh, that's actually
that you're
really
embarrassed
sad.
about.
Is that how you've originated as a troll? Just making mistakes and not wanting to show that you've made a mistake?
Yeah, I'm just
So
being
now
like,
it's
Sam,
like
this is a
deliberate.
deep.
It's all
This is a
deliberate.
deep thing we need to investigate.
I didn't mean to kill you.
How are you finding Switches then? So me and Matty recently got Switches.
Switch.
So Switches are essentially like
That's a
you can put it
Nintendo
in.
Switch, not a Switchblade.
Yes, and not other Switch things. Nintendo Switch. How have you struggled with that? Like we played Mario Kart the other day. And I shit on you because I'm amazing at Mario Kart. Matty didn't believe
Mario
me,
Kart's
and I've
just
won
fun.
every single race against him because I'm incredible.
The trick of Mario Kart, Matty, is to stay in second place until the last lap.
No, that is not true
Yeah.
at all. The trick is drifting and using speed boosts when you drift.
Oh, yeah,
Mario
that's
Kart
Mhm.
auto drives you in random directions.
Yes, I've noticed this as well. I don't know if this
I
is
know.
just a Switch thing, so I don't remember that happening on Nintendo
I
DS.
don't remember it. I can't deal with it because I'm like, I want to go this way, and it just goes nope, and then I go a
don't
different
know
way.
why. That's so weird. I think we need to look in
It's
settings
horrible.
and see if that's actually a thing. Is it
I
conspiracy?
think it might be a help. I think it might be a helping thing.
An assistant
Help.
thing. Right.
Yeah. But yeah,
Do you find
I
it?
think it's alright,
Okay.
except A and B are the wrong way around.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
what
X and
throws
Y
me
are
off.
the other way around
Yeah.
as well, for some reason.
So when we switched to playing, like, let's say 9 Parchments, because we've played that recently
Yeah.
on a
The
controller,
controllers are wrong.
that
But they're not.
messes me up because I'm so used to the controls on a Switch.
You see B and you hit where the B was,
yeah,
but
exactly.
isn't. Yeah.
It's very weird going in between
'Cause,
those.
Like, A on an Xbox controller and everyone, an Xbox controller, is the bottom one,
Mm,
right?
Yes.
That's B.
That's where B
Then-
is.
Yeah.
Where B is
Where
the A.
At
On the
X
other
and Y?
side, X is... I think so.
X is on the top.
Yeah,
You see,
so X
we just
is
need to get
normally
you a
on the left.
PlayStation controller. Then it's just X, square, triangle, circle.
Oh God!
Yeah.
I forget.
X is at the
Wait, but
bottom.
I used to
Circle
play
on
on
the right.
a PlayStation controller, and then both of the I always call them toggles, the joysticks, both at the bottom, right?
Thumbsticks. Yeah.
They're both at the
Uh,
bottom.
They're both.
They're both
What do
in
you mean
this,
both of
they're
them?
both in line.
Oh, you're right.
And
Yeah,
that's
they're both
why
on the
I
same
was
level.
really
yeah.
surprised
Yeah.
when Matty bought me this controller for when we were going to play controller games on the PC. I was really confused that they weren't both at the bottom because the last controller I've touched is
Yeah.
a PlayStation 2 one, and I was like,
But
what? Even with the Switch, I was like, why are they not like both here? So confusing because you'd have the arrows on the left, buttons
Yeah.
on the right,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then both of them at the bottom.
I
Weird.
think that the Xbox controller is the most ergonomic controller that any company's made.
Oh,
I
damn.
need to try the new PlayStation controllers because I think I agree.
How are they
but
different?
I also get really bad cramp
Oh yeah, we were saying
holding
this, right?
an Xbox controller for too long.
Me,
Weird.
well, whatever controller.
My hands
we
just
have,
Mm.
don't.
I guess.
It's
So-
comfy for a short time, but then it just gets.
Is that all controllers
fatigue.
though?
It might
No.
be.
I used to have. I don't know what it was. It was for the old Xbox, the first Xbox,
Mm.
Xbox original. I had this see-through orange one, right?
Oh,
Nice. Yeah,
and
classy.
it had like pads on it, and it was just so comfortable
Oh,
to hold.
pads. Mm.
You
and-
that's you need to look up the Dreamcast and N64 controllers.
I had a Dreamcast.
I didn't
Right.
have
That
I
could-
that.
can't
that
decide.
controller
I
was
can't
bigger
decide
than
which
my
one
head.
of those was worse. But yeah, the Dreamcast was huge.
Yeah.
The N64 has
Oh
3 things
my
to hold.
Gosh, why were they that big? Why did it have a
So-
screen?
The Dreamcast had like a thing in the middle that you put something in. I can't remember
Yeah,
because I
I
was
can't
like,
remember.
10,
And
What the
but
actual?
Did it also have the joystick in the middle? I can't. Maybe it did. No, it,
it
was
had
on the
a
right-hand
joystick
side,
on the
wasn't
side. Had one
Yeah.
joystick. But
But
The
then the
Dreamcast.
N64 was the really weird one because it's like you could hold it as a normal controller, but then you've only got like a D-pad and the buttons. Or you can move one of your hands to the
Yeah.
middle, and then you've got the
Yeah.
trigger and the joystick, but you
Yeah.
can't do both.
Can I show
Yeah,
you
someone-
what
And
I had instead
it's
of
so
you guys
weird.
having these cool like Dreamcast things? The only thing I can compare to it is this. I had a PC mouse, and that was the first
what
thing I
is
played on.
that?
So you had mini games and stuff, and it looked exactly like that. That's what I had.
I hate
Oh,
it.
wow.
No. Don't tell
I
anyone
also
about
hate
It was
that. That's-
fun.
yeah,
It's a
Let's-
PC
we'll redact
mouse.
that.
If anyone wants to find it, PC mouse toy. It's
Don't.
VTech.
it's been
Even-
redacted.
Don't
Stop
Google
talking
it.
Don't
about this.
redact
This-
it.
It's not a
It's
thing.
part of my
No,
childhood.
redact
Do that.
Stop it.
No, erase it.
Can you
It's a
not
trauma.
shit on my
And you should
childhood,
bury it deep
please?
down.
Toy.
Don't shit on my childhood. My childhood, please.
Your childhood.
My childhood. Yeah, that was my version. And then my brother had a Game Boy. But I wasn't allowed to play on
Game
it.
Boys are cool.
Game Boys were.
I
Did
have
he
a
ever
Game
get
Boy now.
Did he ever get the camera for it?
No.
Or did you ever see a photo from the Game Boy camera?
No. Were they awful?
It's like 15 lines of grayscale.
Oh my
image, and
God.
It's atrocious.
Do you know what me and
You
Matthew
could
were
have,
surprised
you could have drawn
by?
something better with an Etch-a-Sketch.
Oh my god, Etch-a-Sketch, fun. Me and Matthew were surprised at these switches. I guess there's no reason for it, but just not having cameras. Like I feel like a Nintendo
I'm not really that
3DS.
surprised
I was
by it.
surprised. I thought it was
It's
going
quite
to
a
have
nice
a camera.
feature, actually, in a way. Does it have any kind of voice? Does it even have
I
a
don't
microphone?
know whether it's got a microphone.
Doesn't.
No.
The
But
DS
DSs
did,
did
though.
have microphones. Because that's how you whistled to your dogs in Nintendogs.
Yeah.
Right.
Aw.
I can understand why they took the microphone
Also,
out
do
now.
you know
'cause
what
that would
I
have been
was-
annoying.
Yeah, I used to like literally like, and for some like Mario games or stuff, like Mario Party, you had to blow, and I would literally put my mouth on the DS. Because that's how you'd get like, because it would measure your level of noise.
I should look at some adverts for the Switch. I bet like as you scroll down, there's a bit for parents. It's like no longer has camera or microphone.
For these
No
reasons,
worry.
literally. That's weird though, like it not having. But do you know what? So you can take screenshots, and I somehow accidentally can take screen recordings, and I don't know how I'm doing it.
You got videos.
I've got
That's weird.
videos. You can screen record, and I don't know how I've done it. That's magical.
Nice. Some special combination of
Yeah.
runes.
And I was gonna say,
Right.
I'm sad that Nintendogs isn't on. Like they haven't continued that because it's so iconic. Do you know how many people would buy Nintendogs if it was still a
I had
thing
Nintendo.
for a Switch?
Get lost. Nintendogs is just rip off Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchis.
No,
were
Nintendogs
elite.
was amazing.
But
you used to
Tamagotchis were
throw
elite.
the frisbee, and the dog would run
And grab it.
That's
jump
fine.
and
Do you know what
grab
was my
it.
I can
favourite
push
thing?
one of the 4 buttons on my Tamagotchi to throw it a thing.
My favourite thing with Nintendogs is if you give them the chew rope, you could just swing them around with it
Swing
when
them
it's in
around,
their
yeah.
mouth.
Just helicopter your
It's
dogs.
So
Wow.
funny. Oh, I treated my Nintendogs badly, clearly. No, it was a cool
Most of my
thing.
Tamagotchi just died.
Oh, no,
immediately. Don't
true.
worry
I
about
can't
that.
remember how many Tamagotchis I've been through, actually, because I've always wanted one, like, later on in life.
Have you guys ever played the Pokemon games that were on the Game Boy? The Game Boy Advance?
I never
I've
played
played- I think I've
Pokemon.
played
Pokemon Blue, I think, was the first one, and then Red. Or Blue, Red, and Gold maybe came out all together.
Maybe you'd like a
And then
Switch
they
so you
went-
could
then they
play
went on to
Pokemon.
Silver.
I really want you to get a Switch, Mark.
I don't think it's worth it.
Well,
It'd be-
it'd
I've
be
decided I
so
want you guys to
fun.
get emulators so that we can play Pokemon.
Want to emulate it?
I bet you've never even played an emulator. Oof.
so
No,
Blimey, so
I'm
much to learn.
12
So
years
much to
old.
learn.
you can pretend you're playing on a console to play
Oh wow.
any game. Essentially.
I'll
can't
just
do
play
modern
on my
consoles.
PC mouse. It's fine.
But you can do like, Super Nintendo, N64, you
Oh,
can do
cool.
Game Boy, all of that jazz.
Or maybe
That's
we
how I
should play
played
in real
Pokemon,
life.
because I never owned a
games.
Game Boy.
Oh. I'm gonna get
Right,
you
yeah.
your first console, and you're gonna get a Switch, and you're not gonna want it.
Well, the one I want is a PS5. So if
We
you give me anything
said,
else, I'll
like,
be
honestly, I
disappointed.
would have
Jesus.
thought if they were in stock, I would have thought about buying it. How much are they? 500 quid.
What?
How much?
Well,
No, they're
resale
more than
price
that.
is like $350, which is actually really good.
That's not that
for
bad.
Because that's cheaper than a whole graphics card.
Is
by
that bad that I
far.
would spend that much money on you as a present? I would.
That's very flattering.
Yeah.
I would definitely think twice.
I don't
spending
think
that
I
amount of money on
would.
you
Do you know what? I
guys.
think I have a thing where I really like spending money on people, and I think that's a problem.
I mean, it does feel good for sure,
because I know it would
but
make
you
you
do have
very
to you do
happy.
have to consider your own personal finances at the
That's
same time.
true. But like, I'd spend that £350 maybe on a giant giraffe. No, how much was a giant giraffe? 90 quid.
Too much.
Too much.
Too much.
Yeah. it's
I
good.
shouldn't get a giant giraffe. Tempting as it is.
Anyway, guys, we need to
Anyway.
stop.
I know.
Yeah, well,
we've
we're
been
done. We're done with the
rambling.
introductions, so that's fine.
So
This has
now
now
onto
become
the
the
main
FTcast
part
introduction
of
stream.
the of the podcast. Imagine. But yeah, I guess this was the very first episode. Is podcasting episodes? Yeah. Surely.
Well, if you don't watch it in order, you won't know who we are,
Oh god.
unless you already know who we are, of course.
True. Well, thank you very much for listening. We hope we
See ya.
We also didn't share that much about ourselves.
Yeah,
just
no,
little
we were going to
snippets.
talk about
We
ourselves,
started.
but if you guys
We
want to
just-
get to know us a little bit more, hopefully you'll gather it as you go through the
Yeah,
podcast.
absolutely.
And we also have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/franticgaming, and we stream there twice a week. Lots of random games. So if you like versatility,
Mhm.
you might like it over there. It's a bit of chilled, chaotic nonsense, and a lot of fun. But yeah,
For sure.
I guess we're gonna pump these out weekly, maybe. I don't know.
We'll try. See what
Yeah.
happens.
Fingers crossed. And
Well, this will be
hopefully-
the only one ever.
Can you imagine?
Maybe.
The one and only episode of the FG cast. Very exclusive. No.
Before we get taken over by like Apple,
Why? Is Apple gonna buy us?
they'll buy us out on
How much? How much would you let them?
£10
£10.
10?
£10.
each.
Come
£10
on.
each.
At least make it 1,000.
What?
That is not
A
enough.
bit much. £10 each.
You're crazy.
Whatever. Thanks for watching, guys. Listening, guys.
Nice.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, nobody's watching nothing.
And we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good week, everyone.
All right.